Hi, my name is Dinesh Strata. I'm a principal engineer at Altiscale, a company which is doing Hadoop as a service. And my interest at Altiscale is looking at the intersection of Docker and Hadoop. In particular, there's a lot of value to be gained by running Yarn applications in, say, Docker containers. And we've been spending a lot of time with both communities, Hadoop community and Docker community, in pulling these two technologies together. My own career kind of mirrors the evolution of containers itself. As a part of my PhD in 2001, I introduced the notion of operating system virtualization, did the original implementation of containers. That we talked about in the OSDA 2002 conference, and the different use cases of containers and how they can help in the context of cloud and in the context of distributed systems like Hadoop. We built a company called Meiosis, which was acquired by IBM in 2005. And IBM focused most of its efforts in AIX, an operating system which is natively developed in IBM. And containers implementation for Linux itself took backseat, and which led to a lot of gap in containers evolution. And now that, after many years, the core kernel features have made it into the kernel, it created opportunity for companies like Docker to make those features accessible for these different use cases that we're seeing today. My recent time I've spent in working with these two communities, Hadoop and Docker, and there's a number of interesting design challenges. In this talk, I'm going to spend time in going through the details of those design challenges. Mm-hmm. The first is the security. When Yarn applications, when Hadoop applications need to run on top of containers, those containers need to provide the right isolation mechanism. In particular, they need to provide the identity virtualization, a feature that didn't exist in Docker until recently, and we contributed that feature to Docker. The second is image management. Docker decouples the software that runs on these relatively stateless clusters. And it does it through this entity called registry. And the backend for the registry is where the container images are stored, and we are looking into interesting alternatives of design to place those container images directly on the HDFS system rather than remotely. The third is networking. There's a number of alternatives to support networking for these Yarn applications. And that is generally a difficult problem with many alternatives. In particular, one of them is integration with Open vSwitch. And we have proposed these different alternatives in the community, and I'm going to go into the details of those. We've done all this work in the community. There's many articles and references that you can look at. Thank you.